I just got in this box of comic books. I wanted a heritage auction. It is a lot of comic books, and I'm not exactly sure exactly what's in there, but I have an idea. Let's break it open. This is from the personal collection of a renowned comic book writer. Up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, panelologists. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. We have a little bit of different setup today because I have here a box of comics. I had put in a low ball bid on Heritage Auctions, but it's kind of funny how much I ended up spending for it. It made sense because I factored all of this in. But I'm looking at the description. I'll put it up on the screen. DC Silver to Modern Age Comics Box Lot, DC 1960s to 80s, condition average, fine minus. Approximately 145 comics. Titles include The Outsiders, Outcasts, Suicide Squad, Sea Devils, Plastic Man, Prez, Welcome Back Kotter, Shade the Changing Man, Cobra, Aryan, Karate Kid, Superboy, and more with some duplication. Grades vary widely from VG to VF. Approximate overstreet value for the group, $725. And the key here is, which I think makes it a little bit more special, it is from the personal collection of Marv Wolfman. Now, there were 3 pictures, a Batgirl special, a Shade the Changing Man #1, and an Outsiders #1. I put a bid in, and I won the lot for $52. But all in, my bill was $138 and some change. Because there was the buyer's premium, which jumped you from 52 to 81. And then and I was willing to go up to 140. Then I had to pay shipping and taxes on top of it. So be that as it is, I paid less than $1 a book if there are 145 books in here. I don't know what there is, but I figure if it's a lot of silver and bronze stuff, even some 80s stuff, that it's probably worth $1 a book. And one of the interesting things, being that it's from the personal collection of Marv Wolfman, I'm kind of curious. I have no idea what the condition of these books are in. Was he a collector who really, took good care and saved the books? Or, more likely, did he use them as research, especially the older books? It's like he's writing Crisis on Infinite Earths, and he's like, I have to read some stories about these characters so I know how to use them in the 3 panels that they're going to appear in the 12-issue series. So let's dig into the box. I think this would just be kind of fun to explore. And I'm not sure. I mean, basically, it's like a short box of comics. I'm not sure how they're packed. But, Heritage does have a good reputation of safely packing their books. First time I've ever bought raw books from Heritage, but I did kind of... I was, to a small extent, inspired by Ryan from Automatic Comics, who bought a lot of books. Was it the Vampirella books? No, it wasn't. He bought, some Golden Age books that ended up being pretty high grade. So yeah, I paid actually less than what I said. I paid $133.28, $50 for the sale, $29 for buyer's premium, $41.98 for service and handling, and $10.30 for sales tax. So yeah, you get really, and that's just for the one lot. But again, in the final analysis, it's less than $1 a book, so we have a ton of bubble wrap here. So that we're going to put to the side. I'll put that with all my other bubble wrap. And it looks like they have books in kind of these lots. So the first one I'm seeing is kind of cool in terms of it wasn't not a title that was listed. I apologize for the tape sounds. But I figured that this would be kind of an interesting, and I wanted to use a little different angle to show the books off and see, the box. I don't have my address on there, right? It's the P.O. box anyway, so anybody that's bought from me has seen it. So let's dig into it. Thanks. So let's see what we got. We got not all of them are bagged. So we're going to have to spend some time on this. This is Black Magic #5. These are, I believe, reprints of, yeah, old DC horror tales. I need to have some place to put the books. I'm going to clear off space here. This is a book I picked up last week. But this is, okay, Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter #9, but also #1. First appearance of Richard Dragon and first appearance of Ben Turner, who becomes Bronze Tiger. Nice condition. Not 9s, but I'd say probably an 8.85 on that. So third book in is a plus. Do we have the First Lady Shiva? Cobra #3. I already have this complete run. Cobra #6. This is bagged and boarded. Not a 9.8. That's it does have a value 9.8. Welcome back, Cotter #1. And I'm not sure the value of these other books. I think one has a little bit of a premium. #2. #3. #4. Marv did not bag and board. #5. Now the question is, as I dig deeper into this collection stuff I don't have, am I going to keep it? I don't know if I'm keeping the Welcome Back Cotter. #6. 7. 8. I did not realize it ran this many issues. 9. And those of you not familiar, it was a sitcom in the 1970s. 10. And that might be all the issues of the series. So what else do we have here? Sandman #2 by Jack Kirby. #3. Oh, this is a fun book. I like this one. Flash. This is actually DC 22. This is one of those DC 100-page super spectaculars that is not part of the Flash series, but is part of the DC 100-page super spectacular series. And they have this little, you can see it up there, the DC-22. So that's issue number 22. This is in pretty nice shape too. Challengers of the Unknown. This is Super DC Giant S25. That's a nice, all of these are in decent condition. This is a book that I hoard. Shade the Changing Man #1, not a 9.8. That was one of the ones I saw in the picture. #2. So I don't think this had, like, Batman, and 3, Green Lantern, and some of the big series, but we'll see what we have. 4, I think it was a 6-issue series. No, it ran longer than that. I think I have the complete run of this. 5. I actually think I picked this run up in like 4 for $1 bins back in, like, I don't know, the Carter administration or something. 7 and 8. I'll double check to make sure I have the whole run. Well, this is nice. An awesome Joe Kubert cover. Tor #1. I think Tor might have been a Kubert licensed property. I don't know if so. I might keep that one. Real tough to see what I'm going to hold on to. What I'm going to Korak, Son of Tarzan, was that 57? This is number 49. Yep, 49. This is from 1972, as is number 48. I have to see if these are upgrades for my DC 72 collection. So, okay, that's the first batch. And the batch here on the side. Let's get this one out. Ugh. So it looks like there's 3 more. So that, I don't know, I haven't been counting, but that's all pretty cool stuff. I mean, nothing, enormous in there, but certainly, for $1 a book, I'll take it. And if I have a lot of these in the PC, these may be upgrades, because they're all in decent shape. We'll see if it goes back further. Oh, this is okay. Next book, we're going to lead off with a pretty decent one. Ooh, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who separated the lots, but And let me know what you think in the comments below. This, according to Heritage, is from the Marv Wolfman collection. If I'm selling these books on Whatnot, should I include like a certificate to say they're from the Marv Wolfman collection? Would that just be of something, a little bit historical interest that I can pass along to other collectors? Not that I necessarily think the book should be at a premium for that. But this I saw, 2 copies. I'll take it. This one has a big crease in it. But 2 copies of Shazam #1. Very nice. This is a lower grade copy of Cobra #1. Not bad, not bad. Forever People #2. That's pretty nice. That might stay in the PC. Cobra 2. Cobra 3. Cobra 4. It's funny, I just finished this run like last year at a flea market. 5. These might all be upgrades. 6. Maybe I didn't. No, I think I've just finished a couple. And 7. Here's another run that I just picked up some issues of. Karate Kid #1. Karate Kid was one of the members of the Legion of Superheroes who came to the 20th century and had adventures in the 70s. 2, 3. Now we jump into the 80s, which is going to be less interesting. But not, okay. Arian, Lord of Atlantis, 5. If you've been watching my Crisis videos, he's a prominent feature there. I have the first, I don't know, a good number of the Arians. I'm not sure when I stopped collecting it, and I do kind of want to finish the run because, you know, that's who I am. And this one's number 35. Karate Kid 4. Ooh, this has water damage. Karate Kid 5. 6. This was another one. I just picked up like 3 of these books from Streetside Anthony last week. 7. 8. Might have the whole run of Karate Kid. 9. 10. I think it ran 15 issues, if I'm not mistaken. 11. 12. Alone Against the Legion. I'm just kind of interested who did the art in this. Juan Ortiz. Not really familiar. Bob McCloudings. 13. This one's kind of cool. 14 with Robin. 15. Key comic book. Superboy 98, first appearance of Ultra Boy. And if you've been watching the channel at all, I've been picking up this book left and right. This has VG minus in the back. I'm not sure. We'll investigate that. Superboy 97. 96. That's cool. Some 12-cent Superboys. 91. And 95. Okay, so I think the first Ultra Boy is the best book in there. Even better than Shazam 1. 2 more packs to open. So that is, I mean, certainly in terms of paying $1 a book for these books, all in, well worth it. And I was saying, and I do have to give credit to Ryan from Automatic Comics, kind of give me the idea of buying lots on eBay or on Heritage. Because, you know, everybody's looking for, you know, the Amazing Spider-Man 1s and the More Fun 73s and Detective 32s and all the big books. And people kind of maybe not paying attention to some lots where, you know, you can get really good value out of it. Now, this is going to take a lot to process because it's approximately 145 bucks. Got to rebag and board and grade and catalog. And then, crazy me, I have to decide what I'm keeping versus what I am willing to part with. Now, on top here, I see an 80s book, so Most of these 80s books I'm going to have in high grade from when I was younger, but not too young. Unfortunately, my advanced age, I was already a serious collector by the time we get to the early 80s and keeping stuff in really nice shape. All my stuff's been bagged and boarded and put away. And so, oh, wait, I see something nice, a little surprise. Oh, this is cool. Not a bad book. Suicide Squad #1 newsstand. Okay, I'll take that. Not a 9.8. 2, 3, 4, 7, 10. The keys then come much later on in terms of the Oracle keys. And 14. Sun Devils, #1. Comic book about Arizona State football. 2. All right, is Arizona State the Sun Devils? 3. This is a 12-part maxi series. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't even know if these characters were in DC chronology. 10, 11, and 12. So a full run of that. Time Warp, dollar comic #5. I think this was just like inventoried stories that they had. 4 and 3. Okay, this next book is very nice. Sea Devils #16. Look at this. This has to be a Russ Heath cover. 35. So a couple of Silver Age Sea Devils. Plastic Man #4 from the Silver Age. This is when I think the character is his son. 4 again. 7. Another 7. A lot of these not bagged and boarded. 8. Okay. And you talk about comics that I have been hoarding. This is kind of funny. Shaded Changing Man. There was a copy there earlier with a full run. That's now 3 copies. 4 copies. 5 copies. No. Let's get some dirt on the back. Again, these non-bagged and boarded. They're in pretty decent shape. There are a couple spine ticks on these. I'd really love to get a 9.8 of that. Something I could. And then this is Prez 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they've been pretty accurate in the titles that have been included. I thought when they said Superboy, it was like the Daring New Adventures of Superboy. I'm going to get rid of the box. And oops. Tape off this. I apologize for that. It comes across really well on YouTube, the sound of tape being ripped. But these are well packaged and but not difficult to get out of the wrapping. So I'm going to say best book so far is Superboy 98, first Ultra Boy. But you know, Shazam 1 isn't bad. I saw Shazam 1, I'm like, do we have a run of Shazam? We're like 25? No. So I think this is probably going to be more 80s stuff, which I probably have. All of it. Well, maybe not. Well, this is, I think, the least exciting batch. Outsiders, #1. Oh, look at this. Another copy of I don't know if I have that on camera right. Outsiders #1. This is the second series. The first series is Batman and the Outsiders. He leaves the team, and then they went to their direct-only series. Another Shade the Changing Man #1. Spine tick. They're high grade, but not. Batgirl Special #1. That's a pretty good book with the Mignola cover. Then Outsiders 2, 3, 4. I don't think there are any big keys in this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So these 80s books are worth less, but I think a lot of the books have some value. I paid, about $140 for the box. I think I did pretty well. 20. This is from, well, that's later on in their career. 21. This is all post-crisis stuff. 24. 25. A lot of Outsiders in this batch. 26. Outsiders Special with Infinity Ink. And then I think we're going to finish with this run. Not all of it. Outcasts 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Phantom 1 and Phantom 2. So I don't think it's a home run. I think there's enough quality in there to be worth the price I paid for it. $1 a book. And some of these are probably less than $1, the 80s stuff. But most of it is in decent shape. And if you, as I've said, if you've been following the channel, you know that I've been collecting Shade the Changing Man and kind of hoarding that book. And what is it? There were another 6 copies just of that book in here. It's funny. It was one of the books in the picture. The only books in the picture were the Outsiders #1, the Batgirl Special, and the Shade the Changing Man. So I guess when they took the picture, it was the first 3 books in this particular pile. Probably a good amount of that value just in the first Ultra Boy alone. So we'll see. Just looking through, nothing looked to be high enough grade to get graded, but some fun books. It's going to be interesting to see, what I'm going to add to the PC. And then when I get all of this sorted out, I might do just a whatnot of the books that I'm getting rid of. But let me know, do you think I should print up a certificate with the books? Again, I don't think it's going to add much value, but it just might be something that collectors would be interested in, to know that it came from Marv Wolfman's personal collection. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the books as a whole. So that was my first experience buying an eBay lot. Thanks for stopping by. You can take a look at a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.